Hi everybody. Did you remember this? The backup cabinet. But I really hate this wiring. It looks very bad. You can't even see where the cables goes. Like this one goes to the contactor and that one goes somewhere over there. So I can't actually find anything in here. If you get a problem or something, you need to search for hours to find it. And it could be, as they say, that one of the screws wasn't in place. So I'm going to tear everything, all this apart, take it out and put a new one in there. But no wires is going to go in the way, cause I have it in a small box. This is actually the new backup system controller, exactly as this rail and that relay and that little circuit. So this will look much better. And as you can see, this one has two contactors and one relay. And these two actually comes from this one. So I already begun to tear this apart. I already take the RCD and circuit breaker out and put them in the new one. Yes, very bad wiring. This is just wires for a indicator LEDs to see what contactor is on and what's happening in here. I probably don't want to take this up because that's just 12 volts, and that 12 volts goes to control unit, and that control unit is actually lighting this light up. So if I remove the fuse, it will come off. Yes, but I have better ideas for this. This should not be in the way. Yes, I need two transformers. I'm not going to use them in the new system. But the ampere meter and the voltmeter will stay here. Now I fix a little bit of wiring in the battery place as well. That's just a control board for this little UPS. Is a 12 volt UPS, and yes, 12 volt under here. This battery was connected in parallel for more current, not in series for more voltage. Messy wiring in here as well. So I tear everything of this apart and yes. Yes, now the transformer's down. Yes, this was a 24 volt and that one is 12. I disconnected the amp meter. Yes, I disconnected the inverter output to the computer desk and the control circuit. Yes. There's the 12 volt side, and if I disconnect that one, I'll probably get this board out. But first I need to put these two inverters down. Yes, they're still connected to the battery. Well, now everything's out of the overside of the board. Or not everything, I just mean the two UPS which was here. That one, and there's a 1000 watt inverter that I used. Air fire is still connected to it. Yes. So next will be to take this board out and have a close look at it. Yes, now everything's out. Just the batteries left and some wiring. I disconnected the batteries. I don't want anything to burn inside here, because these batteries are dangerous. They can give tons of amps, and that will probably burn the wires. Yes, that little board get a bit small, a little damaged, because the weight of the over board hit that relay and it came off. Nothing to worry about. Yes, this is actually a UPS controller or inverter controller, which makes it a UPS. There's the two relays, or not relays, are contactors. There's one of the transformers. There's a rectifier inside it. And there's the other one. I think I've seen it somewhere. Yeah, so after two transformers. Voltmeter is still on it. That's a big contactor, but it's not used. It's not used for it to be this big. It can be smaller, because it has 4 amps. I can never use a relay for it. Yes, this is a grid control, which indicates if we have a voltage to grid or voltage from inverter. There's a relay on it, 24 volt, and that's voltage, and that's a 12 volt transformer, and that's why I had a other transformer, just 24 volt, but I don't know where it went. Oh, there it is. It's hanging. There's a 24 volt transformer. Yes, there's some connectors. So I'll take everything of this off the board and leave it like that. Yes, if you just was interested in to see what's inside these junction boxes, there was 2 of them. In this one, there's a inputs from inverter and grid. The grid is connected straight to the voltmeter, and the other junction box is for the power output. Yes, some other problems with this wiring is that I used blue wire as earth. You should never use blue wire as earth. But this is actually earth wire. It's connected to the rail. Same thing with the other side. Blue wire. Never do that. Messy, isn't it? Yes, now the rail is disconnected. And I unscrewed it. You just pull it off. Yes, here we have rail. Pretty big contactor. Here we have the holder. Now it's disconnected. 660 volt AC, 50 amps. 22 horsepower. Stromberg. Made in Finland. Yes. Half the job done, all the screws is unscrewed. Yes, here we have the control unit. I take everything out away from the board, so just to tip it over and see if everything comes off. Yes. It looks a bit damaged. Other side looks much better. Yes. Here we have a compact UPS controller. Everything is still attached together without that rail. So actually this transformer is connected to the power intake junction box. Here is the contactor. No more stuff in the cabinet without these two batteries. That's output to the computer desk. Only that socket is left and these batteries. That's the battery wiring. As you can see, pretty thick wires. Lots of amps going through them. That's the UPS controller. Inverter. Other inverter. So now just to put the new things in it. It will look much better than the old one. Yes, all the backup system is now replaced. It looks pretty nice this time. It's much better than the first one. And here's the results. Here's the batteries. Nice, the relay for controlling the inverters. And the other battery. These two batteries are in parallel for more current. And here comes the best part. This is much better. Lots of fuses here, but as for now it have 4 fuses in it. The 2 output fuses are not in it yet, because I didn't find any good fuse. It's the inverter in or head fuse, and that's the output one. That one will be a 4 amp and that's a 6 amp, but I didn't have any fuse to put in there. Yes, and where did all the contactors go? In that box. Less more stuff here. Yes, and that's the old UPS or all the backup system. You can find everything in this pile of stuff. Everything from contactors to wire and LEDs, transformers, voltmeter, and lots of more stuff. Yeah, the old rail with the contactors on it, some relay, connection block. This was a controlling relay for contactors. LED panel, wire from LED panel. Not so much in here. The connection block, LEDs with small resistors on them. Yes, relays, transformer, and big potentiometer, 2 switches, 3 rectifier, voltmeter of course. So lots of crap. Some of this stuff will go in the bin anyway. Let's give this a test run, see if it works. I have the switch here. Cooling fan on that one. Some indicator LEDs. The first one is low voltage in, second one is the inverter RCD, the third one is off, and that's the main output contactor, and the fourth one, the orange LED, is a grid available, and yes, it have a 240 volts in the wall socket, so that's a grid available LED. Inverter on. It's not a UPS or inverter. This was actually a UPS, but the controlling function was damaged on it, so it now just works as a inverter. Yes, and that is connected to the socket, and I have a little bit of load on it. Let's just say 4 watts CFL, and on it goes. So that one works. Yes. We'll look on this panel again. I'm gonna turn off grid voltage and look at the LEDs. Yes, it's changed. As I said, the third one is the output contactor, which is connected to the inverter. That inverter, 1000 watt. Yes, and if we get the voltage back, it changes. So grid available. So that was a quick testing on a new backup system. But that was a bit sad when I didn't have the fuses. If I had the fuses, I could run the computer on this. I'll turn it off now. There's something about this fuses here. First rail is for the inverter. The inverter is connected to the first one. The other rail is that one, and it's connected after the relay. So the LEDs and fan in that contactor box is connected to this rail, and that's the directly from the batteries. That wire from that is this one. It's directly connected to the battery. So it's a very good use for a. This one came from a 3-phase fuse box, but instead of 3-phase, I just used inverter, controllable 12 volt, and directly to 12 volt. Yes, that's it for the new backup system. Thanks for watching.